Welcome back. So let me just address scope very briefly. Scope is about where I actually have access to my different variables. For instance, it's also with methods. But have a look at this. So if I put in a new variable in here and I call it k and I say equals 0, that would actually mean that the k variable will only be available inside this scope right here. So I can use k here by writing console write line, for instance. It'll be fine to use k in here, no problem at all. But k will not be available out here. So here k will not be allowed to actually grab it because it does not exist in the current context or scope. It's outside of my curly brackets right here. So if I move k one step out like this, then k will be available for actually printing down here. So that was a very brief introduction to scope. There's a lot of information about scopes, and I'll just start using the word scope or context, that's up to you, but it's all about where you place your information. So stuff like this, when I use the J once, I'm just not allowed to use it again inside this area, scope, call it what you want, so I cannot write J here again because it's actually already taken inside, the word is already taken inside these curly brackets. So the variable name is already used. And I cannot use the variable outside of scope. So if I define it in here, for instance, like the k again, you're not allowed to use that variable outside of scope because memory have already grabbed that back. It wants to clean the memory to grab all the things that are now gone and not usable anymore by anybody. So I hope that makes sense. That's just a quick one on scope. Let's try and play more with loops.